Hello there, viewers, and welcome back to the Ranchers, the New Beginnings. And I tell you something, there's been another update which has made my save file incompatible once again. But on Discord, luckily, the dev has actually turned around and said, instead of actually waiting for a little bit and then releasing a massive update that causes incompatibilities, they're going to be releasing small updates now and then to hopefully stop this from happening. But nevertheless, with early access and pre-early access games, it is inevitable it will happen once in a while. Big changes to the game though, as you can actually see whilst I'm walking around my brand new extended ranch, that he has actually gone ahead and opened up the areas for me. I've got a dock now. The river flows through it as usual through the middle, so I can actually still get water, thankfully. And there is more dense trees and stones, which means there is a load more trees to chop and stones to pickaxe to get them rocks. And of course, there is a little minor bug where some resources can actually float in the air, and you just have to jump on top of the resource, hopefully, and try to actually get the character to face it so it can bring up the bubble to pick it up. With that being said, you're caught up. I've shown you the extras. Now let's catch up with the previous episode. I'll see you once I've actually created my farm and planted stuff in. Then we'll take the game from there.
Hello, this is Miriam, the architect here in Sunvale. Mayor Victor asked me to reach out and help you get your ranch up and running. It's wonderful to see someone new taking on such an exciting journey. In Victor's effort to digitize most of the boring paperwork, Sunvale City now has a smartphone app for almost everything. I've just sent a link to your smartphone so you can download the crafting app. This app will help you craft various important objects for your ranch. To get you started, I've also included some free blueprints. Free is always good, isn't it? I heard you've been staying in some pretty rough motels lately. I'm really sorry about that. To make things a bit easier, I suggest crafting a tent. It will give you a much better place to sleep as you start your new adventure. Feel free to reach out if you need any further assistance. My office is next to Victor's at the City Hall. Welcome to Sunvale once again, and best of luck with your new ranch.
The biggest start and the biggest change that I'm actually doing now compared to the previous episode is I'm going to get water and electric now instead of actually waiting for it. If you remember correctly, that's architects. It took me a while to get electric on, as well as here we go, the mayor's there, as water, and I need to build stuff now with the workbench, so I need all of the juicy things. So let's go for electric, which is of course all the energy, gas, and all of that jazz. Yeah, a fee. Subscribe now. And I've actually got money because of the new density of the bushes. This money's actually come from the hay and straw. There you go. Okay, I don't know why I've got minus 25 because everything here is totally fine, but I got minus 25. I think that's probably due to electricity, but it's not coming up on the water or energy. But I do believe it is because of the fact that I have now got a working workbench. Wait, what?
Hi. I hope your ranch is coming along nicely. Listen, I wanted to share a little secret with you, something that all seasoned ranchers learn sooner or later. You see, those pesky birds around Harvest Hills, they have quite an appetite for the veggies and fruits in our plantations. Trust me, nothing's worse than watching your hard work disappear because of a flock of hungry birds. But don't worry, there's a simple solution. You'll need to craft some scarecrows and place them around your plantations. Those little guys will keep the birds at bay and help protect your crops. Just make sure to position them close enough to cover the entire area. That way, you can focus on growing those beautiful crops without any unwelcome visitors. All right, let's craft some scarecrows.
And of course, the quest is completed because I've crafted up 4 of them pesky scarecrows.
Hey, it's me again. I just realized I completely forgot to mention something earlier. So I have a bit of a soft spot for lettuces. They're my absolute favorite. Actually, I've been studying them closely for a project I'm working on. If you've planted any recently, I'd love it if you could bring me a few when they're ready. It would really help with my research. And, well, I wouldn't mind enjoying a few myself. No rush, of course, just whenever they're ripe and ready. Thanks a bunch. And I'll talk to you soon.
That is perfectly fine. The reason why I got electricity straight away is because of the fact that the workbench is needed for the chest. Now, that is one thing I would actually suggest, is to allow us to have a chest to be built before we get electricity and the workbench. Of course, having this layout as it is brilliant. There's more trees to chop down, there is more bushes, there is more rocks, which is fantastic. And it opens up a lot of space. But unfortunately, bigger means a lot more to actually take care of and plan. So for now, all I can do is allow my crops to grow. The only way I can actually get money now is by foraging for anything that I can actually sell. So that is hay, wood, stone, and I do know I do call the hay straw sometimes because it does remind me of a straw bale rather than a hay bale because of the actual design of it. These are the water tanks that I actually need. Oh yeah, I can nick other people's crops, can I? And if I can get away with it, I keep them. But I'm not going to do that. Wow, that's a lot of strawberries in there. It would be nice if I actually come across some actual fertilizer as well. There we go. I don't know what to actually put in these episodes, because of course there might be a chance of the dev dropping another update and save is incompatible, and if I'm so far ahead in the game, either I have to say, right, it's a new season because I've got to start from the beginning again because I'm too far in the actual previous season, or I go, right, I carry on with the actual season and do a bit of a announcement at the start of the episode, like I did for this episode, and then continue from there once I've actually caught up with the progress of the game before the update. And I have. I've done the announcement when I started this video, so you know that there's been some changes, that my save file is incompatible. I spoke about the changes, showed you the changes as well, and then I'm actually caught up with the progress where I was at. I just planted my first crops. I had Gigi ask for the lettuces. So yeah, this seems to be alright, even though it was incompatible save. I've at least announced stuff and got stuff caught up. But say if I was, I don't know, a massive ranch, a barn and everything else, do I go off camera, do all the stuff and things, and then bring you back? Or is it fair to say a brand new season? But yet, how many times is the saves going to be incompatible? I know the dev said, of course, he's going to try his best for that to not happen all the time, but it can happen. And with knowing that, I don't know how often it will happen. I don't want to keep continually starting a brand new season and all what I'm showing is the start. That's it. And that's all I'm showing. It's not really that entertaining. It just gets repetitive, and I don't like things being repetitive. So I have to think of ways to actually show the game's progress, show my progress in the game, how I got to this certain stage, the money income. And there's some fantastic changes as well for this update, which I haven't actually mentioned yet, because I'm not at that point of the update to actually say, oh yeah, this is happening as well. I might put up on the screen at the beginning a little brief picture of the Discord for to actually show what was actually announced. Saying that, I would actually suggest joining Discord so you can actually keep up. Everybody is welcome. You don't have to be a backer or anything else. I might try and find a link, if there is a link. For me, I just clicked on to the actual Discord button because I loaded up the game. So I don't know if you haven't got the game, how to get there. I think it might be on Steam. Wow, I'm actually finding quite a few things. And that is that. Gotta admit, I don't know if this is the actual bug. It seems that there is no hitbox for the railings. That might be a feature for the game, or it might be a bug. And if you are actually playing the game, please do actually report any bugs that you do come across. If you can, video record them. There is a limit on the size of the video. I do believe it is 10 megabytes. Just a short little video clip of showing what the bug is. It actually will help out the dev to analyze and fix the bug. I did it with the death by bite, which he did ask, can you replicate it? Can it happen multiple times? And the answer is yes. It is actually happening multiple times, and I can replicate it on a 50-50% ratio, meaning that it seems like each time I get onto a push bike and then go into reverse, it does it. But if I cycle for a bit and then go into reverse, slowly mind you, not just press the button down and hold it down, I can actually go in reverse on the push bike. But it seems like it's just a starting point. So that's why I'm saying it's a 50% ratio of actually occurring. But it can occur multiple times and I can replicate it under certain circumstances. I might not go get much for the seeds, but unfortunately I'll get rid of the seeds if I can't plant them now. So that is unfortunate, but hopefully get little something for them. Fertilizer there, get rid of you. Fuel I'll keep. Yeah, that's it. Right, let's see. I have actually gone ahead and missed some crops. I do believe. Yes, there is my answer. It doesn't matter what stage the actual crops are growing at. If you've missed the fertilization bit, you can actually fertilize after planting. And this is, of course, the next day. And yeah, I put down fertilizer, which is fantastic. That is actually good to know. So everything else is fine. So I've got 2 more lettuces. So Let's go ahead. Oh, and do you. And there we go. Awesome. So I need to go ahead and my watering can. Put you away for when it's time. I've got 2 of you and all. Awesome. And don't need a plow. Cool. This is actually good. Got some more seeds and fertilizer, which is awesome. I'll do that there. And Y. There we go. And there you go. That's what I put down the fertilizer first and totally forgot it seconds after. Okay. There we go. So far, that is everything. And I am going to go ahead and pop you up there. You down here, get you down here, and start clearing the land. Then I can actually make sure that everything's okay, hunky-dory. I've actually got a lot of space here, as you can actually tell. Here we go. Right, actually, I'll need the hammer for this bit. There we go. So I can actually show off my planning. Here we go, down there. Go, thank you. Right, it seems like from a distance I can actually click on buildings now, whereas before it used to be close proximity. Now is distance to actually work on them. So this is how far I can actually go. I can actually go further because you can actually see it's clear land, but to be honest, I'd rather not. Some trees I'm going to keep. Some trees I'm going to just chop down. Same with the rocks. There we go. Would like to clear this area up first because it is definitely in the way of my field plans. With this being opened up now, I'm going to struggle to fill it, to be honest. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm actually glad it has actually opened up and they've moved stuff. There we go. Hopefully I can get into the money quickly. You know what? For now, I reckon this is a good point for me to actually end the episode. So, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this has been informative and entertaining for you. And remember, I appreciate you all, and you'll see me in the next one.